America loves to speculate in hushed tones about what causes autism: gluten, medications, metals. Some parents are so fearful that they might end up with a kid with autism that they avoid effective vaccines for preventable diseases, as if the only thing worse than a child dying is a child with autism. I was a preemie, born with underdeveloped eyes. Preemies are statistically more likely to be diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. My first experiences of the outside world were in the NICU, with my tiny body attached to a caffeine drip, which keeps preemies' minute hearts beating and minuscule lungs breathing. That caffeine drip was my lifeline. Some things never change, because I still love my daily Starbucks Grande Latte, the caffeine fueling my dopamine receptors. It's funny how some of the things that bring me comfort now had already found me back when I was alone in the hospital. Unfortunately, my being in the NICU didn't bring the same comfort to my mom, Sandy. Studies have shown that 10 to 15% of new moms experience postpartum depression. For moms with babies in the NICU, that figure leaps to as high as 70%. The feelings of guilt and helplessness are often very overwhelming for new parents, and many report difficulties feeling bonded with their new baby. I am certain this was the case for my mother. Many parents of autistic children also have trouble bonding with their children. In fact, people with developmental disabilities are the most likely of any group to be killed by their parents and caregivers. According to the Ruderman Family Foundation report that documented more than 200 deaths from 2011 to 2015, at least one disabled person is killed per week by their parent or caregiver. At least one per week. When a non-disabled child is killed by their parent or caregiver, society's response is one of unequivocal outrage and disgust. Let the murderer rot in jail, they demand. There is a special place in hell reserved for such despicable parents, they howl. And yet, if the filicide of a disabled child makes the news, the blame is assigned to the victim.